Hello, it's Varian C. Brandon, Master Coach and Leadership Mentor, with your daily nugget for today of feedback is your friend. Have the courage to seek it out. Last year, the latter part of last year, I had one of my corporate clients, and I initiated a conversation with them because it had become obvious to both of us that the way that we were working together was just not working in the way that we used to work together. We had been working together for a while, and it was apparent that she was getting on my nerves and I was getting on hers. And as I began to see that it wasn't getting any better on its own, I initiated a conversation with them, and we really had a heart to heart and had the opportunity to really talk about what wasn't working, why it wasn't working, why it seemed that the perfect, and I use the word perfect lightly, but the perfect partnership or engagement that we used to have just didn't seem as if it was that way anymore. And we began to share about the things from our different perspectives of what we had seen that had gone left, if you will, and what we thought that it would take to bring it back together. And it was so funny because I for myself, I just remember when I was young in my career as a young business person, being paid a lot of money was, the highest priority. But now, as an entrepreneur and as a businesswoman, it's not enough just to be paid a lot of money. If I'm not engaged, if I'm not inspired, if I'm not challenged about what I am creating with either my corporate clients or my individual clients, it's just not enough to be paid well. And so we had this conversation, and we began to commit to what we were going to do differently in order to partner together in a different way. And it was so exciting that we had an opportunity to have another sit down conversation last week. And we were able to share with each other just how pleased we were with the progress and how things had turned around, and how we're looking forward to adding other services and extending and expanding our partnership and what we create together. And so I just wanted to share that with you all today, that feedback is your friend. I know for everybody, it's not always easy to go into some of those tough conversations and ask the questions that need to be asked, but I would encourage you to do so. And I would encourage you to seek it out. Be the one to seek out feedback, even when you may not presume that there is a problem or that there is something that's going wrong, but be the initiator in gathering feedback. If you are an entrepreneur, I would encourage you today to pick 3 of your clients, and pick the ones that may have been your clients for a while, not the new ones, because usually your new clients, they're all excited about what they're going to create and how you're going to partner together. But I would encourage you to pick 3 of your clients who have been with you for a while. And you may think they're perfectly fine, and they may be perfectly fine, but initiate a 5 or 10 minute conversation with them to just see, and ask them, how are we doing? Are you getting everything that you need? I like to approach it from a perspective that I call start, stop, continue. What are the things that we are doing that you consider give you great value, that we should continue doing? And then what are the things that we're doing and they're not that valuable to you, and you think we should stop doing them? And then what are some of the things that you've been thinking about that you think would add value, but we aren't doing those things and you would love for us to start? And so have that conversation with your clients. If you happen to work for an organization and you don't have any direct clients that you work for or work with, I would encourage you to go and have the conversation with your direct leadership. Don't wait until it's time for your annual review. Have that conversation now to say, you know what, I am really focused on being a great performer for this organization, and I just wanted to have a quick conversation with you about, how am I stacking up? What should I start, stop, or continue? You can use that same framework to ask them those questions as well. You will be amazed at the information and how much care your clients will feel that you have for them, for your business. And if you work in an organization, your leadership will be really impressed, I think, with your initiation of that conversation. Many times I know that a lot of people are afraid to enter into those conversations because they fear that some things are breaking down. But you know what? Many times you have to face the breakdowns in order for you to have the breakthrough. So don't be afraid of it. Almost in any case, if you're willing and committed to furthering, expanding the partnership, initiating those kinds of conversations are always going to add more value than you think. If you have any questions about this, let me know. I would love to walk you through how you can do this for a specific client or with your leadership. So yeah, that's my daily nugget for today. This is Varian C. Brandon, Master Coach and Leadership Mentor, bidding you much love. Until tomorrow.